Hey there, this is the one Boom, and please don't take my animosity in this video personally. It's not directed at you specifically, but it's going to be impossible to hide just how genuinely frustrated I am playing Black Ops 7 right now. And you think, why, Boom? Because of skill-based matchmaking or weapon balance? What's got you down? Well, I can't win in Black Ops 7. And what I mean by this is that even when I do win, there's no one to win against because the enemy team has already left before anything's even happened. This has not stopped since launch day, and it's more evidence that the matchmaking is way more open than like Black Ops 6 or Modern Warfare 3 or 2, for instance, because I did not run into half as many people rage quitting out of games as I have in this game. I have seen more teams fully just completely, absolutely forfeit, back out, leave the match in this game than I have in the last 6 years of COD. A lot of you guys are not used to enemy teams being able to get streaks for multiple reasons. Call of Duty has made getting streaks and looping streaks difficult and weird. They either require a lot of score cheese by using certain perk combinations or field upgrades or whatever. And in this game, the streaks are reasonably priced score-wise, and they actually function. They can kill you, they can spawn trap you, they can make a game unwinnable. But do they have to? I mean, is the game quite so unwinnable that you should leave the moment you hear enemy VTOL gunship inbound? The moment you hear the terrifying buzz of the Legion score streak above you, should you completely back out of the match? It's a fair question. The answer is no. And I'm not telling you this from some moral standing, here's how you get better, you're never going to get better if you play like that, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. I'm going to tell you why you should stay based on this game's mechanics and how you're not utilizing them properly. The fact that so many of you immediately back out of a game when you hear a Legion in the air, the fact that I've seen people leave because an enemy dog was called in a match of Hardpoint, tells me a lot of you guys don't know what you're doing and just aren't used to being in matches where, yeah, there's people like me who will get streaks. You're not only fighting within your protected skill bracket anymore, and I'm not always so bogged down that I can't actually rise up a little bit and get these streaks. And then of course they make the streaks more obtainable and they make the streaks more powerful. So even if the game had the same matchmaking as BO6, I think I could probably pretty confidently get these streaks consistently. I mean, who knows? I mean, Black Ops 6 was kind of a nightmare for getting like larger streaks because of a lot of reasons, but either way, point being, just because you're not used to it doesn't mean you should run from it. I feel like people are rage quitting immediately because, again, they're not used to the situation, or they're so good at the game, they just assume that it has to be skill-based matchmaking, and that's why the enemy team is calling in streaks on you. Either way, regardless of reason, you leaving is the same result. You make the game worse for everyone. And yourself. So here's a couple tips for you guys. First things first, use these. This is an effortless piece of equipment called the Hunterbot. What does the Hunterbot do? Well, if you guys have watched my YouTube short on this, you've already seen it, but you release it into the air and it seeks out enemy score streaks and tries to destroy them. And in case you think that's an accident, the game literally has an overclock for it called Score Streak Slayer. Increased hits to kill damage to score streaks. Two of these bad boys with this overclock will take out a watchdog helo. It'll take out a dog, sometimes in just one of these and then a couple bullets. And it automatically seeks out UAVs and CUAVs. It also can intercept grenades apparently, but I've not seen that work very, ever. But it's effortless, you just hit your tactical grenade button and then bam, it's out in the air and it just automatically goes and destroys streaks for you. It's kind of broken actually, but it's a later unlock, and of course in a game that's so dependent on stim, it can be a little hard to adjust to using this, so that brings me to my next point. The smoke grenade. The smoke grenade will hide you from enemy targeting systems, meaning that if you're on a B flag and a smoke grenade, AI targeting systems can't find you. And there's an overclock for it that gives you smoke on impact, so the moment the smoke grenade hits the ground, it goes off. So you can run into an area, hear that an enemy watchdog helo is in the air, throw that smoke down, and confuse all the AI targeting systems on the map. As well as, by the way, these things just work for stealing objectives. These things just work for cutting off lines of sight. It doesn't matter how sweaty and awesome you are at Call of Duty, you can't see through smoke without thermal. And no sweats are using thermals. COD sweats don't use thermals. If you think you're in a sweaty lobby, cut off their lines of sight. Make them have to push you. Throw smoke. It throws them off. It pisses them off. I know it replaces stim, and stim's important, but just letting you know, for securing objectives, hiding from streaks, and just pissing people off, smoke is really fucking good. Next is this little guy. I made a video about him before, the Mute Field. The Mute Field gives you Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and Ninja when you activate it. And this thing also has an overclock that allows you to have a null signature, which remains off of enemy minimaps when firing unsuppressed weapons. That's right, you do not even have to have a suppressed weapon to stay off the minimap with the Mute Field. Meaning, if an enemy team is using like UAV, counter UAV constantly, spam, 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 if they are calling in helicopters and HKDs, just turning this on makes you invisible to all of it for the duration that it's running. And you can use the auxiliary power to increase the active duration of the Mute Field. Combining that with a suppressed weapon, or the scout specialty, means that you'll be off the minimap more than not. Every time that you hear a Legion in the air, you could just activate this field upgrade, which charges fairly quickly, by the way. You could just activate this and nullify pretty much the entire Legion, and you can run around out in the open, not getting hit by it, throwing enemies off guard because they're expecting you to not be out in the open, so you can do flank routes and rushes while this is active, and no one will hear you. They can't hear your footsteps, you won't be on their UAV, and nothing will be targeting you. This next one's gonna make you roll your eyes, but also there are launchers in the game. I don't know if you know this, there are launchers in the game. You can shoot down streaks, and you might think, well, you know, by the time I start shooting them down, it's too much and I'm overwhelmed. If you shoot down a UAV, you can sometimes throw off an entire enemy team's momentum, which is why launchers and the Hunterbot and our next subject is going to help you a lot. Because one of the things you have to realize about why you're getting steamrolled in COD is that Call of Duty is a game of momentum. Somebody getting the UAV is all it takes for them to get that forward momentum, to get their CUAV, to get that forward momentum, to get their next streak, and sometimes that next streak is a Legion or HKDs or a dog that can completely change the tide of a match. This is how Call of Duty has always fucking been. And if you can't adapt to it, and you want to leave every time you hear enemy blank inbound, then you need to find a different game to play. Here's our next little tool. 5.56 NATO FMJ, or whatever caliber, you know, your gun's using. FMJ, it's an option. If you're using an assault rifle, an SMG, an LMG, a marksman rifle, having FMJ on it will allow you to shoot streaks out of the air much, much, much fucking faster. You can stop, dump a mag into some UAVs and CUAVs really quickly, especially if you're suppressed. That's the best time to do it, is with a suppressed gun. Otherwise, everyone's gonna know you're doing it. But you can take them out very quickly if you have FMJ. It also helps you get wallbang kills and makes gunfights more consistent, like I talked about in my meta attachments video, because a lot of times you take an extra bullet to kill somebody because they passed in front of some thin piece of cover or door frame or something, and you can't really tell in the heat of the moment that your bullet passed through a wall or something. So FMJ is a great passive buff to your gun. There's no downsides to running it, and you can shoot UAVs and CUAVs and other streaks and kill them faster. Take out sentry guns and dogs. HKDs will crumble before you. You can just start one-shotting them as they roll up on you. This is a pretty big no-brainer, as well as so is the next thing I'm going to talk about. As somebody who's done some pub stomping today, I'm going to tell you a lot of you guys would not be getting killed if you were running a fucking suppressor. This actually really annoys me. Multiple times in my YouTube career have I told people to run suppressors, and I get told that they don't like the sound of the gun anymore, so they don't do it. Okay, well, I'm going to kill you. Okay, we're in pubs, and I can hear you. I can hear you. You are a louder gun. I can see your vapor trails. I can see where you're shooting from visually in the game. And then I can see you on the minimap because you're firing an unsuppressed gun. Even if you're using scout, you have to get the kill to stay off the minimap, and even then you're timed. So if you are having difficult games, you feel like people have your number, run a suppressor. I don't care if you don't like the way it sounds. There's a reason. There are many reasons you're losing. Don't let this be one of them. Call of Duty, pubs, stealth perks, and suppressors. They go together. They're synonymous with each other. Those are things that you need to be doing. If you're not after success, then fuck me. You clicked on this video for no reason. Whatever. Moving on. How am I doing at hiding the animosity here? You guys know this is coming. You guys know I'm going to talk about this. You know I'm going to say it. You're waiting. You think it's going to be so funny. It's so funny that my matches all day today, since launch, just this entire game, have been ruined. by people not understanding that this perk is in the game and is unlocked before level 30. You get this perk a quarter of the way through your prestige. You can permanently unlock it and have it all the time. Hailstorms won't highlight you. Thermals won't highlight you. HKDs won't see you. Dogs won't see you. It doesn't nerf those streaks, it hard counters them. Unless you stand like kissing your teammate while a streak is shooting them, you will not get hit. Legions will ignore you. People are mad that the scout, like, hybrid specialty hides you from a harp, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't hide you from a harp, but you have to get kills consistently while the harp is up, which is already not a, like, very easy thing to do. You have to keep killing people while the harp is up in order to stay off the harp, right? But Cold-Blooded hard counters all of the higher end lethal streaks. VTOLs can't see you. You don't have little, glowing dot around you. Like, there's so much to this that is blowing my mind. If you hear enemy HKD drop inbound and you don't just immediately throw on perk greed Cold-Blooded, swap your third perk out, switch to a class with this, use mute field, use FMJ, use rocket launchers, use Hunterbots. This game has so many defensive options, okay? If you can't figure out how to use a smoke grenade or a trophy system, you can't just have Cold-Blooded equipped. I don't know what to tell you. Why are you leaving the game? Nothing's happening to you yet. Enemy HKDs inbound? That doesn't mean anything in a game with this many fucking options. I can get HKDs just by being on the B flag and killing 6 of you with Strategist. It's not hard. If you gave me Strategist and Lucky Ammo and just let me play the objective, I'm gonna get streaks on you. You're gonna back out every time? The answer is yes. You guys are leaving constantly. I know some of you are watching this video. Statistically, you guys leave every time. I'm able to call it in my live streams. I go, they're about to leave, and they do. They're gone. Bye. See ya. I did a little too well. I ruined the game for my subscribers, for my teammates. I ruined the game for the enemy team because I got a streak and then everybody fucking left. And last but not least, I will say also, vigilance. One of the ways that you get pub stomped in COD is by CUAVs. CUAVs completely remove your ability to predict enemy movement, and vigilance hard counters it. Stop leaving games. Stop it. It's not helping anyone. You are making the matchmaking pools more messy. You are causing everyone in the game to have a less fun time. If this happens throughout the life cycle of the game, that every time you hear a streak, you jump the hell out of the match, people are gonna stop playing the fucking game. Okay, this is the game. You're not dealing with some weird edge case aspect of the series. This is the series that you're choosing to play. When you play your Maddens, do you back out when somebody scores a touchdown? When you play Minecraft, does the computer immediately turn off the moment the creeper explodes? Call of Duty is based on momentum and ups and downs, and just trying to deprive the enemy team of their ups the moment they start to have them, you're a bitch. You're ruining the game for everyone. And worse than that, what you should really be concerned about, don't worry about ruining my fun. You look like an idiot. This game has hard counters that are unlocked less than a quarter of the way in. You start with a launcher when you prestige. You have the mute field at like level 12 or 17 or somewhere in there, and then Cold-Blooded's like level 21 or something. Vigilance is a default perk. The developers of this game knew that people were gonna rain down streaks. People developing this game knew that open matchmaking was gonna smack you guys fucking hard. They knew it was gonna be a shock to the system. So they gave you every fucking defensive option you could possibly ask for. And you're still leaving. You're still running to the hills. Like, look, if I have HKDs and a Legion and a dog all on the field at the same time, guess what? If you have Cold-Blooded, they will not kill you. You just equip one perk and all of my hard work does nothing. And that's super frustrating. I kind of wish Cold-Blooded did what it did in Black Ops 4, where it delayed the targeting of enemy streaks instead of just hard countering it. But no, it hard counters it. It doesn't care how long it took for me to get it. It doesn't care how hard I had to fight for it. It assumes that you having a good time is more important than me being rewarded for my work. And you still back out. You still leave immediately. Fuck you if you do that. Fuck you if you don't agree with me. It is so irritating. Everything else is fine. Have skill-based matchmaking. Have shitty connection. Have shitty performance. Have shitty team balancing. Whatever. Fine. But I love it when an enemy team calls in HKDs and my team just leaves. Enemy team calls in a dog and my team just leaves. I call in a dog, I call in a shriek, the enemy team leaves. No match, no tug of war, no back and forth, no match, no game, no competition. Just purely, ooh, I won't be able to get my camos this match. Bye-bye. I won't be able to pub stomp and call in a nuke this game. See you later. Like, you're all insufferable. And I love you. I love you all. I thank you so much for watching this video. I had fun making it, as you can tell, and goodbye.
UAV 50%.
CUAV prepped for launch.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Malky!
UAV is bingo fuel, returning to base.
I hate that you're knifing. I hate that you're knifing.
Took the hardpoint.
Oh my god. I see you chasing a fucking enemy. And I'm like, cool. And then, like, I thought he died.
Halfway.
Because he fell, but there's like, I guess there's a platform there. I didn't see. He's got a shotgun. I can't go on streaks against this.